written pages.
What if one year of rock was just too big for a single story? 1976 wasn't just another year, it was a revolution in sound. From smoky bars in LA to electric nights in London, guitars screamed louder, lyrics cut deeper, and rock evolved into something timeless. Last time, we revisited the legends, but there were more. Songs that defined the soul of a generation and still echo through time. So let's rewind the vinyl and turn the volume up once again for 10 more unforgettable anthems from 1976. Number 10, Lowdown by Boz Scaggs.
To the sad old truth, the dirty lowdown.
Our countdown begins with a groove so smooth it could only belong to the golden mid-70s. Lowdown by Boz Scaggs wasn't just a hit, it was a statement of cool. Released in the summer of 1976, the track shimmered with confidence. Skaggs' voice glided across a tight rhythm section like city lights over chrome. Behind the scenes, producer Joe Wissert and keyboardist David Page built a sound that felt modern and effortlessly refined. This wasn't stadium rock, it was streetlight rock, the sound of quiet swagger, silk suits, and night drives. Lowdown earned Skaggs a Grammy and proved that sophistication could still groove. It was the sound of 1976, dressed in style and soul.
To the sad old truth, the dirty lowdown.
Number 9, The Boys Are Back in Town by Thin Lizzy.
Guess who just got back today? Them wild-eyed boys that had been.
There's something magnetic about reunion, that first night back with old friends, laughter echoing through the streets, wild energy that can't be recreated. In 1976, Thin Lizzy captured that spirit perfectly with The Boys Are Back in Town. Ironically, the song wasn't even meant to be a single. The label chose it almost by accident, but once it hit the airways, it caught fire. That twin guitar harmony, crafted by Scott Gorham and Brian Robertson, became a defining sound of the decade, sharp, melodic, and full of swagger. At the heart of it was Phil Lynott, poet, rebel, and storyteller. His voice carried both toughness and warmth, making every listener feel like part of the gang. Beneath the bravado, there was nostalgia, a sense that these wild nights don't last forever. Decades later, The Boys Are Back in Town still feels like coming home. It's the anthem of brotherhood, freedom, and fleeting youth, the nights that burned bright, then slipped into memory. Number 8, Show Me the Way by Peter Frampton.
I wonder how you're feeling. It's ringing in my.
If there was ever a song that defined arena rock, this was it. Peter Frampton's Show Me the Way didn't just play, it connected. When Frampton Comes Alive exploded in early 1976, it captured the raw electricity of a live performance and turned it into a global phenomenon. At its heart was that unforgettable talkbox, a guitar that seemed to speak. It wasn't just a trick, it was emotion made tangible. Frampton's tone shimmered between intimacy and triumph, making even massive crowds feel personal. This was the moment Peter Frampton became a superstar. The song turned concerts into communion, a shared pulse between artist and audience. And nearly 50 years later, that talkbox still echoes like a voice from another time, whispering through the haze of memory.
I feel I'm going down. There has to be.
Number 7, Slow Ride by Foghat.
Got to get you lower one more time.
Sometimes rock doesn't need to be fast, it just needs to feel alive. And in 1976, Foghat's Slow Ride gave us exactly that, a blues-fueled jam that rolled with pure swagger. Built on a thick guitar tone and a hypnotic drum groove, it was the soundtrack of the open road, windows down, volume up, nowhere to be. Every riff carried that laid-back confidence, a reminder that sometimes the best ride is the one you don't rush.
Take it easy.
Slow Ride became Foghaft's signature track, transforming smoky bar gigs into roaring arenas. For fans, it wasn't just a song, it was a mood. A grin, a head nod, a moment that said, relax, crank it up, and let the night take you.
We gotta rock all night.
Number 6. Detroit Rock City by Kiss.
Everybody's gonna leave their seat.
By 1976, Kiss had already built a reputation for fire, makeup, and chaos. But Detroit Rock City proved they weren't just spectacle, they were storytellers too. Opening their Destroyer album, the song was inspired by a real tragedy, a young fan who died in a car crash on his way to a Kiss show. Instead of hiding the darkness, the band turned it into something cinematic. Producer Bob Ezrin pushed them to new heights. Layered guitars, roaring effects, even the sound of screeching tires fading into silence. The result was a song that burned with energy, but carried the weight of loss. It was adrenaline and emotion colliding, a tribute to every fan who lived for the music. On stage, it exploded in lights and smoke. On record, it became a rock opera in 4 minutes. Detroit Rock City wasn't just a track. It was a mission statement. Live fast, love loud, and never forget what music costs.
It's not me, but I'm still moving much slow.
Number 5. Dream On by Aerosmith.
Sing for the year, sing for the laugh, sing for the tear, sing.
Before Aerosmith became America's bad boys of rock, they were just a hungry Boston band searching for a voice. And with Dream On, they found it. Though first released in 1973, it wasn't until 1976 that the song truly soared, when a reissue finally gave it the recognition it deserved. Built around a fragile piano line and Steven Tyler's aching vocals, Dream On carried the weight of ambition, fear, and hope. Tyler wrote it when he was barely 20, yet it sounded like it came from someone twice his age, weary but still believing. By the time his voice hit that final scream, Aerosmith had transformed from underdogs into icons. The song became their anthem, a reflection on time, struggle, and faith in the dream itself. Decades later, it still stands as a reminder that even the loudest rock stars start by whispering their hopes into the dark.
Half my life's in books, written pages.
Number 4. Carry On Wayward Son by Kansas.
Carry on my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are.
Few songs from the 70s carried both power and meaning like this one. After years of touring through small towns and college halls, Kansas finally broke through in late 1976 with Carry On Wayward Son. It was their defining moment, a fusion of hard rock, philosophy, and hope. Written by guitarist Kerry Livgren during a time of deep reflection, the song spoke to the search for purpose in chaos. Its lyrics about struggle, doubt, and redemption hit something universal. The band's musicianship turned those ideas into sound, shifting rhythms, soaring solos, and harmonies that felt like light breaking through clouds. It wasn't just a song, it was an awakening. Carry On Wayward Son became both a rock anthem and a spiritual journey. Whether you heard it in a packed stadium or alone in your car, it made you feel the same thing, that somewhere, somehow, there is peace waiting when the fight is done.
On the stormy sea of moving emotion, tossed about.
Number 3. More Than a Feeling by Boston. When Boston released their debut album in 1976, few expected it to change the sound of rock forever. But More Than a Feeling did exactly that, a perfect marriage of precision and emotion. Tom Schultz, an MIT-trained engineer and musical perfectionist, built the song piece by piece in his basement studio. Every chord, every harmony, every shimmering guitar layer was crafted like fine machinery. But beneath all that precision lived something deeply human: nostalgia, longing, and the ache of remembering a moment that's gone.
I sit on Mary and walk in the world.
When the chorus lifted, it felt like flight. The song captured that universal experience, hearing an old tune and being pulled back to a version of yourself you thought you'd lost. It wasn't just about memory. It was about emotion, engineered to perfection. More Than a Feeling didn't just launch Boston's career, it set a new standard. A reminder that when technology and heart meet in harmony, the result can echo for generations.